Hello, this is Jim McCarty here with you today to show you how to commission a system through the ErgoFlex database admin app. Also create the license file that you'll be putting on each one of the Total Brain and Body O2 systems. So here we're on my development computer. Whichever computer you use to do the database administration, probably won't have all this junk over here, but we'll hopefully have maybe not these two files, maybe not these two. These are just TBBO2 app shortcuts I have, but we'll have this shortcut here, the database administration app shortcut, and also this user's CSV shortcut, and those are the only, well, recommend that you create a shortcut to the license files. I'll get to that in a bit, how to do that. So really these three. So let's say we have a customer, have their whatever billing information you need. We'll go ahead and open up this spreadsheet file, users. So you have customer's first name, last name, their business or clinic name, city, state, zip. Really, these could be anything. Just have them there as placeholders, whatever helps you guys, ErgoFlex, identify a business. The main thing is you have a DAC serial number, so that is on those NI USB 6001s, the serial number on the bottom of them. So and this is going to be before you mount it to Jonathan's PCB, is this top side is facing out when they are mounted and installed. Serial numbers on the back. This is the only Google image I could find. Couldn't take a picture. Mine's mounted to Jonathan's PCB. This one has the label torn off, but it would be right there, and it would look something like this number here. So we have a customer, we have the NI USB 6001 identified by serial number that we're going to give that customer. As I said, we also have a username. So this username could be anything, any alphanumeric characters. For now, I might want to stick with concatenating their last and first name. But so can't use email addresses just because of the @ symbol. Actually, I haven't tested that, but let's keep it alphanumeric for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to enter the serial number of the DAC that I'm giving my customer. This is a made-up serial number anyway. Make it look kind of sort of like a real serial number. Go ahead and fill in all these details about the business. I'm just going to use myself. The database expiration year, month, and day. This again is going to be left to ErgoFlex. The way the database works is the customer will pay for a subscription. Could be annual, could be monthly. Either way, that customer will have an expiration year, month, and date. So an expiration date. So you'll have to fill this in. So let's say a year from now, for example, on Pi Day. Go ahead and give them a username. I'll just put together my first and last name for my username, and we could come up with a scheme. If you're using Excel, go ahead and hit save, and it will prompt you if you want to keep this in CSV format. You're gonna have to click yes. LabVIEW and Excel don't always play well together, so this needs to stay in CSV form. So go ahead and click yes. Let's go ahead and close that. So now we're going to go ahead and launch the database admin app. And what this actually does is, if we go to the user spreadsheet file, there's actually a backup copy of the same file, unedited. You edit this one. What it does is this app will compare the backup copy, essentially. Last time this was run, to the new copy. It'll search for any different expiration dates and any new users. So we created one with the username Jim McCarty and a whole bunch of business information here. So what we're going to do is go ahead, create users, and from here on out it's automated, but I'll talk a little about what's actually happening. So the first thing it does when you click that is it'll go out to the database. It will take all the different expiration dates from the last time it ran. Go ahead, update all those in the database. That'll be the quick part. This part's quite a bit longer. You'll see it takes I think 1 to 2 minutes to create one new user. Luckily you don't have to be around when this is happening. But just going to the nerdy stuff you don't really need to know in case you're interested. What we're actually doing is we're creating a user in the under our Amazon S3 account. We are creating access and secret keys for that user to use. Then we are creating a file in that user's, we're creating a user folder. We're creating a file in that user's folder for the system that they are purchasing. And that file is the license expiration date. Essentially, it's a file that sits in the system folder that says, hey, here's my expiration date. And whenever they use the TBBO2 system for databasing purposes, it goes out, checks that file, says, is today later than that expiration date? If not, cool, go ahead, access files, pull data, whatnot. If so, can't get access to the database. So, like I said, after about a minute or two, we've created our new users, in this case just one. So we go ahead and exit. So if we open back up our users CSV file, and go to that entry, we'll see that it's created an access key, and these are actually encrypted, but access keys and secret keys. These aren't the real access and secret keys. It's all kind of buried internally within the software for security reasons. Now, as I said before, I highly recommend that you create a shortcut to the TBBO2 license files. I'll show you why in a sec, because what you'll be doing, I'll go ahead and demo that really quick. Go ahead and delete that shortcut. So you're going to go to this path, see ErgoFlex DB admin in a Windows Explorer. Right-click Customer License Files, and click on Create Shortcut, and then go ahead and drag that onto the desktop. Anytime you click it, it'll bring you right here. So here's a bunch of license folders containing license files for users that I've created, mostly test users. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your flash drive. So here's the path of my flash drive, which I have put in my USB port. And what you're going to do is copy and paste all these. Yeah, I did omit one for a reason. Drag and drop these over. You might say, oh damn, well I gotta transfer a crap load of files when we have a crap load of customers over and that's gonna take forever. Well, if you highlight the whole thing and they're already there, you can always skip them. So here we have our flash drive with the license files. So let's go ahead and open the one we just created. It's this dbconnect.txt. And if we open this up, and of course it's a whole bunch of gobbledygook, and it's meant to look like gobbledygook. Like I said, these are the encrypted access and secret keys for the customer's account and their username as well. So for each customer, not for each system, this database connect.txt gets generated, and from there, when you put the flash drive into the customer's PC, you're going to drag and drop that over like that. So that will, again, those are the that's Amazon S3 database stuff that will give the PCs the ability to do everything on the database. So storage, data retrieval, and software updates as well. So on the database admin side, that's about it for commissioning new system. And now get ready for the system install.